She drifted off course, her partner frantically waving, trying to signal her to open the parachute. But it was too late. In this video, we've compiled 5 of the most tragic and heart-stopping wingsuit accidents ever recorded. And as always, viewer discretion is advised. On March 29, 2014, Dan Vickery, Ludovic Vert, and Brian Drake set out to do what they loved most: wingsuit flying in the breathtaking Luchental Valley in Switzerland. The trio, known for their extensive experience in the sport, aimed to perform an exhilarating flight after jumping from a helicopter. Dan Vickery was a sensation seeker with a lifelong passion for human flight. With over 450 wingsuit flights, 6,000 skydives, and 750 base jumps, he was a veteran in the extreme sports community. Ludovic Vert, another highly respected figure in the wingsuit world, had completed over 1,000 wingsuit jumps. Brian Drake, though less experienced, was quickly making a name for himself. The flight they attempted was nothing short of impressive. Jumping from an altitude of 2,750 meters, they planned a steep descent above a ridge before leveling off and landing safely. But wingsuit flying is an unforgiving sport where even the slightest miscalculation can turn deadly. As they descended, the trio realized too late that they had misjudged their trajectory. Instead of clearing the ridge, they found themselves circling it with nothing but flat terrain ahead. No room to maneuver, no way to correct their course. They desperately attempted to reach a steeper slope, but it was too late. Vickery and Vert collided with the ground, their bodies found almost immediately. Drake, gravely injured, clung to life for 4 more days before succumbing to his injuries. Investigations into the accident revealed that they had been just meters away from safety. Vert missed the slope by a mere 3 meters, while Vickery and Drake were only 10 meters off. Despite their experience and preparation, the unpredictable nature of the sport claimed their lives. Even those competing at the highest levels sometimes have to learn this the hard way. On October 10, 2013, Hungarian wingsuit flyer Viktor Kovács stood at the edge of a cliff in rural China, preparing for a routine trial jump that would tragically become his last. Kovács, aged 40, was an accomplished and seasoned flyer with 700 wingsuit flights and 125 skydives to his name. Kovács had come to China to participate in the World Wingsuit League Championship, an event that drew the best in the sport. The competition, set to take place on Tiananmen Mountain, required participants to leap from cliffs 700 meters high. But before the main event, Kovács needed to complete a trial run, a routine task for someone of his skill level. As he stood on the 100-meter-high cliff, his custom-made wingsuit designed for optimal control and precision, Kovács felt confident. This was just another flight, another challenge to conquer. He had performed similar jumps countless times, and this one seemed no different. The moment he jumped, he was in his element, the ground rushing up as he guided himself with precision. Kovács had no issues during the flight, but he did right after. Kovács's parachute failed to deploy. Witnesses watched in horror as his brightly colored wingsuit plummeted towards the valley below. When his teammates lost sight of him, they feared the worst. The search for Kovács was immediate and extensive. After hours of searching, Kovács's body was found at the base of the cliff, his parachute unopened, and his skull shattered from the impact. Early investigations suggested a technical malfunction, but the exact cause was never determined. The World Wingsuit League paid tribute to Kovács, describing him as a passionate and talented flyer. His death cast a dark shadow over the championship, reminding everyone that in wingsuit flying, malfunctions can have fatal consequences. Even those developing the equipment aren't safe. On September 3, 2019, Dr. Angelo Grubisic, a British space scientist and wingsuit flyer, embarked on a wingsuit base jump in the rugged mountains of Saudi Arabia. At 38, Grubisic was a renowned astronautic engineer and university lecturer, known for his pioneering work in advanced propulsion technologies and his passion for extreme sports. Grubisic was no ordinary wingsuit flyer. He advanced wingsuit technology and was crowned the British wingsuit champion just a month before his death. He had completed over 1,400 base jumps and 17,000 parachute jumps. His expertise in both science and extreme sports made him a unique figure, respected both in the academic world and the wingsuit community. The jump that day was meant to be a routine part of an 8-day scouting trip for new wingsuit locations. Grubisic was leading a team of experienced flyers, all of whom were excited to explore the challenging terrain. But after Grubisic leaped from the cliff, he encountered a sudden change in wind direction, causing him to lose control. There was nothing he could do to recover. His body was found hours later at the base of the cliff, after a search by his teammates and local authorities. Grubisic's death was a profound loss to both the scientific community and the world of wingsuit flying. His colleagues at the University of Southampton described him as a brilliant mind and an inspiration to the students, while the wingsuit community mourned the loss of one of their most talented flyers. Wingsuit flying is always pushing the limits, but this can lead to terrible consequences, and these tragedies are not limited to just men. On May 12, 2020, a Chinese wingsuit flyer from Beijing embarked on what would be her final flight. Alongside her was a cameraman, capturing every moment of their descent from a helicopter 8,200 feet above Tiananmen Mountain National Park in southern China. The flight was supposed to be part of a documentary on female extreme sports athletes, but it ended in disaster. As they leaped from the helicopter, everything seemed to be going smoothly. The woman, who was well-trained and had completed hundreds of wingsuit flights before, was confident in her abilities. But as they descended, something went terribly wrong. The footage from the cameraman's helmet shows the woman veering off course, drifting away from their planned flight path. Realizing the danger, the cameraman frantically waved at her, trying to signal that she was heading towards the dense trees below. But the message didn't get through. Within moments, she disappeared into the forest, crashing into the trees. Her body was lost in the thick underbrush, and despite a massive search effort involving helicopters, drones, and local villagers, it took 7 days to find her remains. The location where her body was found was described as dark and inaccessible, making the search all the more difficult. The exact cause of the accident remains unknown, but it is believed that she failed to deploy her parachute in time, possibly due to disorientation or a technical issue. You might think wingsuits are dangerous enough as they are after hearing all these stories, but you'd be wrong. On November 17, 2020, Vince Reffitt, a world-renowned wingsuit flyer and one of the few pilots of the jet-powered wingsuit developed by Jetman Dubai, prepared for what should have been a routine training session. At 36 years old, Reffitt was a legend in the extreme sports world, known for his breathtaking stunts and record-breaking feats, including base jumping off the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building. Reffitt had dedicated his life to pushing the boundaries of human flight, and his work with Jetman Dubai was the pinnacle of his career. The jet-powered wingsuit, capable of taking off from the ground and reaching altitudes of 6,000 feet, was a marvel of engineering, and Reffitt had mastered its use. He had performed countless flights, dazzling audiences around the world with his ability to soar like a bird. But shortly after takeoff, Reffitt's suit malfunctioned. He became inverted at a low altitude, losing control of the jet engines. Despite his best efforts, Reffitt was unable to right himself, and he plummeted to the ground at high speed. His parachute never deployed, and he was killed instantly upon impact. Reffitt's death was devastating. He had redefined what was possible in human flight, and his legacy will continue to inspire future generations of flyers. These stories highlight the extreme dangers of wingsuit flying, where even the smallest mistake can lead to disaster. Which of these tragic tales shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like these. Till next time, stay safe.